Bank of America's Art Conservation Project launched in 2010, and since then has granted more than $20 million to conserve art objects like this outdoor sculpture at the Nelson-Atkins. The museum was one of only 24 art institutions around the world who received a generous grant in 2024 to conserve 3 bowls, a monumental cedar and graphite sculpture by internationally renowned artist Ursula von Rydingsvard.
It's in pretty good shape structurally.
Brent Owens, from von Rydingsvard's studio, carefully inspected the sculpture before any work could begin.
I'm looking for sponginess and things like that, and then also I'm looking at whether there's separation between planks, cracks in the wood, in the grain. It's an organic material, and it's made up of a bunch of tiny tubes, and those tubes take water, the wood expands and contracts, and so, cracks will form, things will swell. Just the way it's weathering up here, I think, is very beautiful. Like, this coloration is crazy.
In her Brooklyn studio, von Rydingsvard continues creating massive sculptures, but did not begin her career working with wood.
I started working with steel, which couldn't do anything I wanted it to do. I was tortured by this.
Once she began working with cedar beams, she never looked back.
The making of my pieces is incredibly demanding. To wield the circular saw in the way that we do is so hard on the body.
She relies on assistants to help her continue creating art.
It's a dance between myself, the cedar, and my assistants. They're very, very smart, and I really treasure them.
She's grateful for Bank of America's support of art conservation.
My life depends on making my pieces, my artwork. It's of utmost importance to maintain the integrity of the visuals of my sculptures.
The crew in Kansas City worked hard for an entire week. In conserving 3 bowls, thin pieces of wood were placed into the sculpture.
We call it shimming, but essentially we'll put slivers of cedar, fresh cedar, we'll glue them in where some of the gaps are forming, and then we'll trim those down to match the profile for the contours of the piece. And then we'll kind of patina that, we call it, a little bit with a vinegar solution to darken the cedar a little bit.
Finally, graphite will be brushed on to blend the new surface with the old, followed by a protectant, to ensure this important sculpture will be enjoyed by visitors for years to come.